In the boundless void where fate twists like a blade in the dark, the path of cultivation grows ever more perilous. Wang Lin, a man who has walked through bloodshed and betrayal, now stands at the edge of a storm that even the heavens dare not name. The echoes of past battles still linger, yet the silence ahead feels far more ominous. In the previous chapter, schemes unfolded beneath calm surfaces, and hidden forces began to stir. Allies and enemies blurred, and every step forward carried the weight of unseen consequences. The deeper Wang Lin ventures, the more the world itself seems to resist his defiance. Now, as we intercap Renegade Immortal Chapter 565-566, the tension tightens like a drawn bowstring. What secrets lie waiting in the shadows? What price must be paid for power that defies the heavens? The legend continues, but not without sacrifice. A shadow fell across the turbulent seas, and the air itself seemed to shiver in anticipation. Waves roared and twisted, as if the heavens themselves were trembling. And then, without warning, a colossal palm appeared in the sky, larger than mountains, heavier than worlds, and its descent carried the weight of inevitable annihilation. The demon general's heart froze. His eyes widened, his breath caught in his throat, and in that instant, the true meaning of helplessness pressed upon him. This was not a force to oppose, evade, or endure. This was the hand of fate incarnate, descending to crush all life beneath its might. Even before the palm made contact, its mere presence shattered the demon general's resolve. Trembling, he drew a deep, ragged breath and let a roar escape his lips, not of surrender, but of unyielding defiance. Flames of battle intent flared within him, igniting every sinew and bone. Even if you are the heavens themselves, even if the world crumbles beneath your touch, I will not yield. I will not bow. My will to fight will not die. The waters around him surged violently, transforming into countless serpentine sea dragons, their scales glinting like molten steel, as they coiled skyward to confront the descending doom. Yet when the palm finally landed, there was nothing. A gentle breeze brushed past, and the demon general stood unscathed. Shock coursed through him, a sensation he hadn't felt in decades. A lingering chill of mortality clawed at his mind, a whisper from the brink of death itself. "You are already dead," came the calm voice of Wang Lin, stepping lightly from the air, his gaze steady and piercing. Confusion and disbelief twisted the demon general's expression. "What spell is this?" he demanded, his voice tight with suspicion. Wang Lin's face betrayed no emotion. "It has no name," he said simply, as if the answer itself held no consequence. The demon general's brow furrowed. The waves surrounding him dissipated like mist under the morning sun. "You have not yet mastered it fully," he murmured, his tone a mix of doubt and awe. "You may try again," Wang Lin replied, serene and unshaken. A storm of uncertainty churned within the demon general. Though suspicion gnawed at his mind, he believed the attack to be but an illusion. He could not dismiss the visceral terror the palm had inspired. Even imagining its force made his pulse race. Could he risk that tenuous 10% of reality against the 90% of suspicion? His pride wrestled with his instinct for survival. After long moments, he spoke with heavy reluctance. "This is your ace." Wang Lin offered no explanation. Silence was his strategy, for words could betray the secret of the illusion. Doubt, left unresolved, was far more potent than certainty. The demon general forced his thoughts into a fragile order. Perhaps even with his cultivation, using the full power of that spell would bring him great backlash. Perhaps enough to shatter his own body, so he only shows the illusion. He clung to this reasoning, though unease lingered. Calmly, Wang Lin asked, "Where is 13? "I am refining a magical treasure that demands 18 robust bodies. I entered closed-door cultivation to refine it. Your follower 13 is still waiting his turn, untouched," the demon general replied, a hint of pride in his tone. "And yet, you may return him to me?" Wang Lin's voice was quiet but firm. The demon general's gaze hardened, tempered by a sense of grudging respect. "I could, but tens of thousands of my soldiers lie slain. 5 kilometers of the city lie in ruin. This I cannot forgive lightly." "What do you want?" Wang Lin pressed. The demon general's expression softened into thoughtfulness. "In 3 months, I must report to the capital of the Sky Demon Country for the annual contest of demon generals. Promise your aid, and I will overlook your transgressions. Refuse, and even in death, you will never gain a foothold here." In that moment, he measured Wang Lin as an equal. The mere survival of the 100-wave demon sea and shattering of his 10-collapse punch elevated Wang Lin in his eyes to a peer, a warrior of unparalleled cunning and strength. The demon general sighed, a sound that carried both relief and awe. Perhaps only the demon emperor could wield a spell like that. He laughed, a clear, rolling sound that dispelled the tension lingering in the air. Then from this day, I, Mo Lihai, left-wing general, appoint you as my sole vice-general. Should I place among the top 3 of our demon generals, I will petition the demon emperor to grant you a generalship. You will command a city and 100,000 soldiers, more than any foreigner could hope to hold. With a swirl of black energy, the demon general conjured a vortex. Light specks shimmered inside, and with a gesture, 13's unconscious form tumbled through the void and landed before Wang Lin. There was no threat here, only sincerity born from fear of the palm he had witnessed and the respect it inspired. Wang Lin's senses swept over 13. No wounds, only a deep slumber. He seized the youth and ascended into the skies, vanishing beyond the horizon. Below, Mo Lihai watched him depart, his hand behind his back, and a quiet smile of respect touched his lips. Those who had witnessed the battle, 5 late-stage soul transformation cultivators, stood frozen, their minds still caught in the afterglow of what they had seen. Even if that palm was an illusion, to make me hesitate so, it is brilliance, Mo Lihai muttered to himself, admiration threaded with wariness. The 5 cultivators silently regarded the sky where Wang Lin had disappeared, hearts tangled with awe and fear. Far away, Wang Lin's figure streaked across the sky, his divine sense probing. The underground dark prison of the city lay before him. Its intricate barriers were powerless against his will, though Hu Pao remained elusive, hidden in the depths. A quiet sigh escaped Wang Lin as he vanished once more. Swift as a striking serpent, he darted toward the soul-refining tribe, carrying 13. The tribe lay within 10 kilometers of territory, shrouded by thick, black fog swirling with restless soul fragments. Ghostly wails echoed through the air, a sound that had long become a familiar companion to the cultivators within. Every soul here labored in harmony with the fog, their fragments rising and falling like leaves on a spectral wind. As Wang Lin approached, the vigilant eyes of more than 10 guards noticed him. They were seasoned sentinels, all standing at precise posts. Within moments, Wang Lin closed the distance, halting just 1,000 feet from the tribe. A gust of wind, mighty and charged with divine energy, swept toward the settlement. A single cry pierced the air. "Ancestor!" Joy exploded across the tribe as everyone rose from cultivation. Ouyang Hua, a black mist incarnate, surged forward, halting 10 feet from Wang Lin, his face alight with reverence. "Welcome back, Ancestor." One by one, the tribe members dropped to a knee in unison, voices united in a chorus of respect and adoration. "Welcome back, Ancestor." In that moment, the soul-refining tribe, haunted by shadowed fog and ghostly fragments, felt the return of a force greater than legend, a cultivator whose very presence could shift the tides of life, death, and destiny. In the heart of the soul-refining tribe's central valley, a heavy silence settled like a drawn sword ready to strike. Here, the land itself seemed to bow to one master alone, Wang Lin. He sat with a calm poise, eyes sharp, while 13 knelt before him, his gaze burning with unrestrained fervor. 3 days had passed since Wang Lin returned to the tribe, bringing with him the power to awaken 13 from his slumber with a single incantation. The moment 13's eyes fluttered open, his soul trembled with delight at the sight of his ancestor. In those first moments of reunion, Wang Lin learned of the trials and hardships 13 had endured over the past year. When Wang Lin asked about Hu Pao, a shadow fell over his expression. Hu Pao's sudden disappearance from the dark prison defied logic. With his peak late-stage soul transformation divine sense, he had scoured the city, leaving no trace behind. Hu Pao had cultivated the soul-refining techniques Wang Lin had painstakingly taught him, meaning that the ultimate command of those soul fragments belonged to Wang Lin himself. Yet now there was nothing, no echo, no imprint of Hu Pao's soul fragments anywhere. If Hu Pao still lives, Wang Lin mused quietly, his tone low and deliberate, then he must be hidden in some forbidden, mysterious place. Otherwise, there is no explanation for his absence. And with that thought, he let the matter rest. He had pursued it as far as reason allowed. Turning his attention to 13, Wang Lin's mind shifted. The journey to ancient Demon City had served as a test, a crucible designed to reveal loyalty, talent, and potential. Passing this trial would grant new knowledge, rare and dangerous arts to those deemed worthy. Hu Pao had once been a candidate, not only in soul refining, but in the perilous art of soul extraction, a technique more demanding, more treacherous than mere refinement. Wang Lin had adjusted the spell, yet he guarded its secrets jealously, refusing to teach it casually. 13, however, had excelled beyond expectation. His loyalty, forged through hardship and trial, shone with a brilliance Wang Lin knew would endure for decades. And now, a new opportunity awaited him. From his travels across planet Suzaku, Wang Lin had obtained treasures from the giant demon clan, relics steeped in ancient power. Among these artifacts lay the 9 cultivations of the Titan, a body refinement technique recorded on a cyan jade. He retrieved the jade from his bag of holding, the divine sense sweeping over it like a discerning eye. "This is it," he whispered, reverence threading through his words. Carefully, he obliterated the last 3 levels of the method and thrust the jade toward 13. 13's hands closed over the jade with a surge of elation. Overcome, he knelt, prostrating himself with repeated kowtows. "Ancestor," he proclaimed, his voice trembling with devotion, 13 will follow you for the rest of his life." Wang Lin's gaze softened, and with a wave of his hand, a gentle wind lifted 13 from the valley, sending him forth as guardian of the soul-refining tribe. Alone now, Wang Lin's eyes lifted to the black fog cloaking the sky. It was the 1 billion soul flag, a living tapestry of energy capable of nurturing soul fragments with unparalleled efficiency. Though he had left it during his sojourn in ancient Demon City, the distance to the capital made it impossible to leave it there indefinitely. With a deep breath, he closed his eyes, drawing in the spiritual energy, letting cultivation flow like ink into water. Far to the west, across half the expanse of Sky Demon country, the land gave way to a wasteland of legend. Here, an endless desert marked the remnants of an ancient battlefield, drenched in the blood of long-dead warriors. Invisible restrictions barred outsiders from entering, sealing the ground where the echoes of millions of fallen souls lingered. Amid this forsaken place, a young man knelt, surrounded by over 100 small flags that hovered as if animated by a ghostly wind. A ribbon of black mist coiled around him, awakening dormant soul fragments beneath the ground. Each fragment surged violently, black gas spiraling in tandem with the mist before vanishing into the small flags. A black-robed elder stood 1,000 feet away, his eyes like cold stars. After a single incense stick's time, he spoke, his voice sharp and final. "Finish." The young man, Hu Pao, responded with a precise seal, sending the flags aloft. A dark radiance enveloped them before collapsing neatly into his hands. He rose immediately, bowing with profound respect. "Hu Pao greets benefactor." The elder nodded. "When the day comes that you master all soul fragments here, there will be no corner of the demon spirit land beyond your reach." Hu Pao's face blazed with excitement. "It is only because of you. You saved me, taught me, and brought me here. I will never forget it." Yet the elder's gaze remained unreadable. "Your survival was owed less to compassion than to the uniqueness of your spell. Were it not unlike anything I've seen, I would not have intervened. Your previous master, too, returned to ancient Demon City, confronting the demon general and saving 13. I arrived too late." A shadow flickered across Hu Pao's face. "If I can refine all the soul fragments here," he said, venom curling his words, "the first thing I will do is take Wang Lin's life." The elder's brow rose. "He taught you the spell. Why the hatred?" Hu Pao's sneer was sharp, honed in the crucible of betrayal. "He taught me, yes, but with ulterior motives. Had he not incurred Sima Yan's wrath, I would not have been cast into the dark prison. In those early months, I hoped he would rescue me. That hope dissolved as I suffered in torment. Where was he? Nowhere. Only thanks to you was I freed. From the moment I woke, I swore I would never be enslaved again." The elder's cold mask cracked into a faint smile. "Good. Such decisiveness suits one who captures my attention." With that, he vanished, leaving Hu Pao alone with the desert wind biting at his resolve. Clenching his fists, Hu Pao gazed westward, determination burning in his eyes. 13 is naive, deceived by Wang Lin. But I, when the soul flags rise and tens of millions of fragments obey me, I will see Wang Lin's face. I will witness how he confronts my dominion. When I reach the 4th level of the world-destroying suppression method, my demonic spiritual energy will be endless. Wang Lin, Sima Yan, just wait. Elsewhere, a towering black spire rose from the battlefield, rings of darkness absorbing all light, a testament to power unyielding. Outside, a black-robed figure stepped in, kneeling before a set of ancient armor, etched with dark clouds, each swirl radiating majesty and history. 2 ghostly lights flared within the helmet, fixing their gaze on the elder. The heavens trembled as though acknowledging a celestial spirit descending. The elder's voice was steady but tinged with awe. Your subordinate reports, the demon emperor of Sky Demon Country, Scorpio, should have completed his final step a millennium ago, yet he suppresses it forcibly. A chill radiated from the armor, freezing the elder to the bone. Messages passed between mortal and artifact in silence until the ghostly gaze receded, leaving the armor dormant, its aura of authority restored. The elder, drenched in sweat, bowed mentally, then returned to the first floor to meditate, relief washing over him. His mind calculated the potential of Hupao. If the youth absorbed the soul fragments and combined them with the soul refining technique in alchemy, his cultivation would soar rapidly. 1 hour of condensed potential, 1 fleeting momentary art, enough to elevate Hupao into a demon guardian. The spell was mysterious, perhaps flawed, yet time was precious. If successful, the elder would finally turn his attention to the soul refining tribe, the stage set for the next act in this turbulent saga.